CQ, 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 calling CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ, 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 calling CQ POTA, CQ POTA, parks on the air, CQ POTA, parks on the air, CQ, 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 CQ POTA, CQ POTA, parks on the air, kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, park number US-9349, park number Uniform Sierra 9349, just north of Davenport, Iowa, calling CQ POTA, QRZ. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, calling CQ, CQ, CQ POTA, parks on the air, CQ POTA, parks on the air, kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, kilo number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, park number Uniform Sierra 9349, Davenport, Iowa, QRZ. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, calling CQ, CQ, CQ POTA, parks on the air, CQ POTA, parks on the air, kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, kilo 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air, QRZ. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air, calling CQ parks on the air, kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, kilo number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, activating park number Uniform Sierra 9349, Davenport, Iowa, QRZ. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air, CQ, CQ, kilo number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, kilo 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air, activating park number Uniform Sierra 9349, north of Davenport, Iowa, QRZ. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air, CQ POTA, parks on the air, CQ, 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 parks on the air, kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, kilo 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, park number Uniform Sierra 9349, Davenport, Iowa, QRZ. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air, CQ, CQ, kilo 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, kilo 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, activating park number Uniform Sierra 9349, QRZ. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air, CQ parks on the air, kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9QCA, park number Uniform Sierra 9349, QRZ. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air, CQ parks on the air, CQ, CQ, CQ parks on the air, kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9QCA, park number Uniform Sierra 9349, QRZ. CQ parks on the air, CQ parks on the air, calling CQ, CQ, CQ parks on the air, kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, kilo 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, Uniform Sierra 9349, QRZ. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, parks on the air, CQ POTA, parks on the air, kilo 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, kilo 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, park number Uniform Sierra 9349, QRZ. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air, CQ, CQ, kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9QCA, Uniform Sierra 9349, QRZ. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air, calling CQ parks on the air, kilo 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9QCA, QRZ. CQ parks on the air, CQ parks on the air, kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9QCA, K9QCA, park number Uniform Sierra 9349, QRZ. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air, CQ POTA, parks on the air, CQ, kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9, QCA, park number uniform Sierra, 9349, QRZ. I'm on 10 meters, 28.485. I heard somebody out there just below the noise level. I heard somebody, but you're very, very faint. Wasn't able to make out your call sign, but I did hear a voice out there, kind of thinking maybe it might be a DX station. This is Kilowatt 9 Quebec Charlie Alpha. Whoever the station is out there trying to give my parks on the air a call, try it again. Over. I'm not hearing anything. I'm not hearing anything. Guess we'll see how the band conditions do on 10 meters. I know 10 meters probably isn't quite open yet. See how it does. QRZ, parks on the air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, park number, uniform Sierra, 9349, QRZ. Phones work great to talk to people. That is true, but I can't use my phone right now because it's being occupied doing YouTube Live. CQ, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air, CQ POTA, parks on the air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9QCA, calling CQ parks on the air, QRZ. I'm going to try a little bit longer on 10 meters, but I'll probably end up moving to 20. After I'm going to do a couple more calls, see if I can't get anybody. I can barely hear you, but there is someone else calling CQ on that frequency. Yeah, see, I can't hear anybody on my end calling CQ, though. CQ POTA, calling CQ, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9QCA, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air, calling CQ parks on the air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. There we go, I finally got somebody. I think I heard two stations out there. Can I get those call signs again? Oh, that's a DX station. Was there an Italy station out there? Italy? Okay, again with the call sign again, please. Italy Kilo 6 Bravo Alpha Kilo. Italy Kilo 6 Bravo Alpha Kilo. Is that a QSL? QSL, copy the 5 and 4, copy the 5 and 4. I'm going to give you a 5 and 4 as well. You are a 5 and 4 as well. Please copy my park number. My park number is US 9349. Uniform Sierra 9349. QSL. Uh, Yep, thank you as well. Thank you as well. You're my first contact on 10 meters. I wasn't expecting to get a DX station on here though, but you know what? I'm very thankful and grateful to be working somebody in another country. It's always a pleasure for me to work somebody in another country. So thank you so much, and hope you have a great day in your country. And we'll say 73s, my friend, and thank you for hunting on POTA. This is Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. Park to park station, go ahead, please. QSL, QSL, Whiskey Bravo 9, Echo Whiskey Julia. Is that a QSL? QSL, QSL, I'm going to give you a 5 and 9 as well. You're a 5 and 9 both ways. Please copy my park number is Uniform Sierra 9349. 9349. QSL. 73s, thank you so much. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your activation out there at your park. This is Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha calling CQ Parks on the air, QRZ. Yankee, Yankee again. Italy, Kilo 2, Italy, Kilo 2, Italy, Kilo 2, question mark, question mark. Italy, Kilo 2, Italy, Yankee, Yankee. QSL, QSL, copied Italy, Kilo, number 2, Bravo, Yankee, Yankee, QSL, QSL. You are a 5 and 1. You are 5 and 1. 5 and 1. Over. 73s, thank you so much for the contact coming out of Italy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's always great to work DX stations on 10 meters. 73s, my friend. 73s, thank you. QRZ, Parks on the Air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, activating park number US-9349, just north of Davenport, Iowa. QRZ. Kilo, Quebec 4, November, Charlie Bravo. Please copy 5 and 5, 55, double nickel. QSL, QSL, thank you so much for the contact coming out of the state of Florida. Much appreciated there. Hopefully, you guys are having better weather over there than we are here in the Midwest. We're currently looking at 34 degrees right now, 34 degrees with a lot of wind gusts, and wind chill is about 18 degrees right now. Over. Hey, QSL, roger that, roger that. Operating conditions here, we're doing 100 watts on an FT891 and talking into a high Sierra screwdriver antenna. Over. '73s, thank you. QRZ, Parks on the air. Kilo Foxtrot again. QSL, Kilo Foxtrot 7, Romeo November Tango. Please copy 5 and 9. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We do have you written down here on our tablet here for the contacts. We'll say 73s, and thank you so much for Arizona QRZ. Station Indian Echo again. QSL Kilo Quebec 4 Sierra Bravo Echo. You are 5 and 9. Thank you so much for the 5 and 5 for another Florida contact. Much appreciated there, and we're going to say thank you for hunting on the frequency, and hope you have a great day. Thank you so much. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9QCA, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA Parks on the Air, CQ POTA Parks on the Air, Kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA Parks on the Air, Kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. Yankee Echo, or Yankee, was it Yankee out there, over? The number 2 station, the number 2, followed by Yankee, the number 2, followed by Yankee, over. That was number 2, Whiskey, 0, Charlie, Yankee. I'm sorry, I'm going to repeat that call sign again. That was number 2, Whiskey, the number 0, Charlie, Yankee, Echo. Okay, QSL, thank you so much. You are a 5 and 5, 55 here at the park, over. QSL, sounds good. Please copy my park number. My park number here in the States is Uniform Seirra 9349, and I'm running 100 watts, over. Guys, stand by for one quick second. I'm gonna find a new frequency. Calling CQ POTA, calling CQ, calling CQ Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9QCA, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, Parks on the Air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the Air, Kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, Parks on the Air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. Again. Alpha, Echo Alpha 1, Echo Alpha 1, Echo Alpha 1, again. Echo Alpha 1, Bravo United Lima, Bravo United Lima, over. QSL, you are 5 and 5 as well. Please copy 55, over. Thank you so much for the contact. Thank you so much for the DX. Thank you so much. Thank you. Muchas gracias. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day over there in your country. We do have you written down and logged. Thank you so much. CQ POTA, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, Parks on the Air. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, Parks on the Air. Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha. Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. Thank you so much for another DX contact. Mexico 0, Delta X-Ray Tango. Hello, wherever you are and wherever you may be. Sorry, I'm not able to log anything on a computer, so I'm not sure where you're exactly located at. I'm doing a handwritten log today. Can you please tell me your first name and your QTH? Over. QSL there, Bill. Thank you so much for the contact from the United Nations over there. Copy the 5 and 5. I do have you as a 5 and 5 as well. Doing about 100 watts here, and I'm basically just testing out one of my new antennas that I got for my Ford Explorer. I picked up a high Seirra screwdriver antenna from a ham operator in Pennsylvania. He belonged to a radio club out there, and one of their members had passed away as a silent key, and he had a high Seirra, so he ended up purchasing it from the wife and a couple other things that she was selling of his, and he really didn't know a whole lot about the antenna, so I helped him out with it, and he was actually really nice enough to sell me the antenna. And I'm a first-time High Sierra owner. I've owned a lot of Tar Heel screwdriver antennas within my radio hobby. I've owned a lot of screwdrivers made by Tar Heel, but I had a fellow ham operator of mine. He's a truck driver, and he kind of talked me into buying the High Sierra, and he swears up and down that they will perform better than a Tar Heel because it's got a bigger coil on it. And I've actually I've actually talked on it quite a few times now since I've had the antenna, and I'm actually pretty amazed out of it so far versus running a Tar Heel. That's why I'm out here at the park right now, kind of testing it out, doing the parks on the air there, Bill. Mike 0 Delta X-Ray Tango. If you still copy there, Bill, we'll give it back to you there. Over. '73's there, Bill. And Bill, I like to tell this to everybody. I'm currently live right now, broadcasting on YouTube. If you can do me a favor and maybe check out my channel and give me a follow, that'd be much appreciated. You can look up my call sign on YouTube, K9QCA, and it should bring up my alias name as 250 pounds of Yezu, QSL. Okay, copy that. Hope you got my last transmission, and we most definitely do have you logged here on my written logbook. This is Kilowatt 9 Quebec Charlie Alpha calling CQ Parks on the air, and also live on YouTube, QRZ. CQ POTA calling CQ POTA Parks on the air, CQ POTA Parks on the air. Kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9QCA, activating park number US-9349, Davenport, Iowa, QRZ. CQ POTA calling CQ POTA Parks on the air, CQ POTA Parks on the air. Kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, Kilo number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, activating park number US-9349, QRZ. CQ POTA calling CQ POTA Parks on the air, CQ POTA Parks on the air. Kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9QCA, QRZ. CQ POTA calling CQ POTA Parks on the air, CQ POTA Parks on the air. Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA calling CQ POTA Parks on the air, CQ POTA Parks on the air. Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA calling CQ POTA Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air. Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA calling CQ POTA Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air. Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA calling CQ POTA Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air. Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9QCA, QRZ. CQ POTA calling CQ POTA Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air. K9QCA, K9QCA, QRZ. CQ POTA calling CQ POTA Parks on the air, CQ POTA Parks on the air. Kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA calling CQ POTA Parks on the air, calling CQ Parks on the air. This is Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9QCA, QRZ. CQ POTA calling CQ POTA Parks on the air, CQ POTA Parks on the air. Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. Excuse me. CQ POTA calling CQ POTA Parks on the air, K9QCA, QRZ. CQ POTA calling CQ POTA Parks on the air, K9QCA, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air. Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air. CQ POTA, parks on the air. Calling CQ, calling CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9QCA, activating park number Uniform Seirra 9349, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air. CQ POTA, parks on the air. K9QCA, park number US-9349, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air. CQ POTA, parks on the air. K9QCA, park number US-9349, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air. CQ POTA, parks on the air. K9QCA, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air. K9QCA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air. Calling CQ POTA, parks on the air. Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9QCA, QRZ. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9QCA, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, K9QCA, Kilo 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air. Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air. Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. I'm going to try one more time on simplex. CQ. This is Kilo 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9QCA, activating park number US-9349, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, calling CQ, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ parks on the air. CQ parks on the air. Kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air. CQ parks on the air. Kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ parks on the air. CQ parks on the air. Kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air. Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air. CQ parks on the air. K9QCA, QRZ. Well, so far I've made 9 total contacts, um, just alone here on my little receipt paper that I'm using for my contacts. Since I'm logging this on my paper, I can't do it on my phone because I'm live streaming. So anyway, I got 9 contacts so far on 10 meters, which is pretty good, I think. I just need one more contact, and I'll have the park activated, and then I might switch over to 20 meters and try that. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, Parks on the Air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, Parks on the Air, K9QCA, QRZ. CQ Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air, K9QCA, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9QCA, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ Parks on the Air, K9QCA, QRZ. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, 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 QRZ. CQ Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. Yeah, right. Tommy ain't dead. Tommy's alive. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, Parks on the Air, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, Parks on the Air, QRZ. All right, there's my number 10. Park to park, go ahead. CQ, yeah, QSL. November 7, Echo Juliet Papa. I did copy your park number, 9980. Please copy my park number. Please copy my park number. It's going to be US-9349, 9349, 9349. And I have you a 5-1, 5-1. Over. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And 73s to you as well. You're finally my number 10 contact. So with you coming back to me right now, the park is activated right now. Over. QSL, QSL. Roger that. Roger that. Thank you so much for the park and 73s, and God bless and enjoy the Turkey Day your way next week. K9Q, CA 73s, and QRZ. Um, I'm not sure who gave me a thumbs up or a like on the YouTube live though, but I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Um, could always use the support here. Most of my content and creations on TikTok, so trying to build up more content creation on my YouTube. So um, my goal right now is to at least get 100 subscribers on my YouTube. I think I'm sitting at like 68 or 70 right now for subscribers. So my goal right now is to get 100 subscribers. Dan, November 9, Bravo Alpha Victor 73s, my friend. Thank you for watching the live. Um, I'm working POTA right now on 10 meters. If you want to try to work me, I'm currently on 28.507, 28.507. And since I'm live right now, I can't log any contacts on the computer, so I'm using a piece of old receipt paper that I had laying around, and I finally got 10 contacts. Um, Most of my contacts have been DX so far. I've worked the United Kingdom, Mexico, 2 Italy stations, and oh, and a 2 Whiskey Zero station. I have to look them up. So that's all the contacts I've done so far. I might move over to 20 meters. How's your day doing or going? Okay, here in Fort Worth, working this morning. My office is my shack. Okay, roger that, man. Roger that. Well, at least you're able to work from home and make money while you're operating radio. I'll get radio fired up and see if I can hear you. Okay, yeah, just let me know. Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9QCA. Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9QCA. Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha. QSL, nice to meet you there. What is your call sign? Your call sign again, over. Delta Lima 3 again. Okay, Delta Lima 3, Yokohama, question mark. QSL, I copied Delta Lima 3, Yokohama, Echo, QSL. Got you in here. You are 5-3. You are 5-3. I'm activating the park right now. I'm at a Parks on the Air. Copy that. I'm at Parks on the Air. I'm sitting here at the park right now. Please copy my park number. My park number is US-9349. US-9349. Again, that's Uniform Seirra 9349. And my QTH is north of Davenport, Iowa. QSL. QSL, thank you so much for the DX contact. DL3YEE K9QCA 73. Man, I'm pretty stoked that there's a lot of DX happening right now on 10 meters. I really love 10 meters, man. It's a great band. I love operating 10 meters when it's open. It was 507, 28507. November 9, Bravo Alpha Victor, in 9, BAV K9QCA, over. In 9, BAV, in 9, BAV K9QCA at the park, over. In 9, BAV, in 9, BAV K9QCA, over. 28515. Let me see if I hear that 515 station. Yeah, he's loud over here too. I think that's that guy from Mexico. No, that's not him. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9Q, CA, QRZ. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, CQ POTA, QRZ. CQ Parks on the air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. I may as well go to another frequency. I was kind of thinking maybe about trying maybe 6 meters because my screwdriver right now is all the way down toward the bottom. I don't know if I really want to tune it all the way up to 20 meters since I already have it down. It'd be interesting to see how many contacts I can work on 6 meters though. Oh, let me see here. Yeah, I had to change bands. I'm on 6 meters right now. CQ POTA, calling CQ, calling CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, Kilo 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, calling CQ POTA, calling CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, K9QCA, QRZ. I switched over to 6 meters. I'm trying 6 meters because my antenna right now is resonant with 10 meters, so. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, Parks on the air, CQ POTA, Parks on the air, K9QCA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, Parks on the air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, calling CQ Parks on the air, QRZ. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9QCA, QRZ. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air, CQ, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. Yeah, not very good. I'm still on 6 meters though. Still interesting to see if I can at least get one person on 6 meters. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. 6 meters is awesome. My favorite band for field day. Okay. We should be coming up here pretty soon for winter field day, right? CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9QCA, QRZ. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. Yeah, going to try and get out this year. CQ Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9QCA, calling CQ POTA, QRZ. What's your operating equipment when you go out and do field day? CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ Parks on the Air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air, CQ, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air, calling CQ Parks on the Air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air, calling CQ Parks on the Air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. 857 KX3 HWF and Wolf River Coil. Very nice. Wolf River Coil is not too far away from me. You know, their office where they make them. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9Q, CA, QRZ. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9Q, CA, QRZ, CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, Parks on the air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. Northern Indiana. Okay, that's cool. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, park number US-9349, QRZ. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. I'm using a Flex 6400 here at the office with an 80 meter end-fed half wave. Okay. I want the new Flex radios, the 84 and 8600s. I'm saving up my pennies for them. I was in Huntsville, just a couple months ago. Flex Radio was down there. They were set up. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. How many receivers do you have on your 6400? CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, parks on the air, QRZ. Oh, 2? Okay. Would you spend the money to get one of the new Flex radios? I know there's a lot of people getting rid of their older ones right now to get the newer ones. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. CQ, calling CQ Parks on the air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. Man, 6 meters is hard right now. Nobody. CQ POTA, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ, CQ POTA. Yeah, I'd like to get one. Yeah, I'm still saving up my money, man. Not sure when exactly I'm going to buy one, though, but I don't know. Might end up being sometime after next year. CQ POTA, calling CQ Parks on the air, calling CQ POTA, Parks on the air, K9QCA, QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, Parks on the air, Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. Well, I guess I might switch over to 20 meters, I guess. Ah, damn. I didn't even have to tune the antenna all the way up. Just barely 20 meters came in. K9QCA testing, K9QCA testing, K9QCA testing, K9QCA testing, K9QCA testing, K9QCA testing, K9QCA testing. Well, I think I've got the screwdriver tuned pretty good for 20 meters. I didn't even have to raise it up that much. All right, I'm gonna find a frequency on 20 meters, get a couple of contacts, and I'm probably gonna call it a day. I want to be home before lunchtime, and then I'm gonna show you guys a quick, video surrounding of where I'm at here at the park and my radio setup. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? K9QCA. Is the frequency in use? Over. Fourteen dot 243. 14.243. Video will buffer for about 2 minutes. I need to update my status on POTA website. Here. CQ POTA, calling CQ, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air, CQ POTA, parks on the air. CQ, calling CQ POTA, CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air. Kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha. Kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha. CQ, calling CQ parks on the air, CQ parks on the air, CQ parks on the air. K9QCA, activating park number US-9349, activating park number US-9349, Davenport, Iowa, QRZ. CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, calling CQ, Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, calling CQ, calling CQ Parks on the air. K9QCA, QRZ. November 2 X-ray again. QSL, November 2, X-ray, November Bravo. Thank you so much for the 5 and 7. You are 5 and 7 both ways into the state of Iowa. Please copy my park number is Uniform Seirra 9349, just north of Davenport, Iowa. QSL. Roger, kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha. Again, kilo number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha. QSL. '73s. Thank you so much. And if you want to hear the audio coming through my radio, you can check out my YouTube live right now. Just do a YouTube search for 250 pounds of Yezu, or you can type in my call sign and it'll pop up. '73s, and thank you so much for the contact coming out of New York. QRZ. November Bravo again. Over. Roger, Roger. November Bravo 5, NB5 Zanzibar. You are 5 and 7. 5 and 7. Over. QSL, QSL. Thank you so much for North Texas. Much appreciated there. Thank you so much for the contact out of Texas. We'll say 73s, and God bless you and your family, and have a great Turkey Day your way. They're over. 73s, QRZ. Station Zanzibar, Zanzibar again. Over. Station Zanzibar, Zanzibar. Over. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, Parks on the Air, kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. Kilo Bravo 7 again. Fox, is it Foxtrot Mike Sierra? QSL, Kilo Bravo 7, Foxtrot Mike Sierra, thank you so much. You are 5 and 7, 57, over. What is my signal report again? Over. I didn't get that number. KB7 FMS K9 QCA. What's my number again? Over. QSL. Thank you so much for the 5 and 4 out of Utah. 5 and 4 Utah. Much appreciated there. We do have you logged. 73s. 73s. QRZ. Stand by, guys. I need to get myself a new piece of paper for my log. Fucking right. Okay, QRZ. I got myself a fresh new paper here for writing my logs. Normally I don't do this. I normally log on my cell phone or my tablet though, but I'm live streaming on YouTube, so I'm doing handwriting logs today. So, all right, guys. QRZ. Whiskey Bravo 8 again. QSL WBU8 USA. You are 5 and 7 at the park. QSL. Thank you so much for the contact out of Ohio. Much appreciated there. Whiskey Bravo 8 USA. Maybe we'll see you next year at Dayton. 73s. Thank you. QRZ. Station ending in India. QSL. Thank you so much for the call out of Michigan. What was your suffix again? I got N9J question mark. Okay, QSL N9JBI. Thank you so much. We got that call correct. 73s, and God bless, and you hope you have a great day out there. QRZ Parks on the Air from K9QCA, park number US-9349, just north of Davenport, Iowa. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, Parks on the Air, calling CQ POTA, Parks on the Air, K9QCA, QRZ. Kilo Golf 4, X-ray uniform. QSL, KG4, WXU, you are 5 and 5. Thank you so much for the 55 double nickel out of Tennessee. Much appreciated there. I hope you have a super fine one there, and thank you for having me on the frequency. QRZ Parks on the Air. This is K9QCA. My park number is US-9349, just north of Davenport, Iowa. Okay, Alpha 1 Zulu. QSL, copy the 5 and 7, copy the 5 and 7. Much appreciated there. We do have you logged, and we'll say 73s. Alpha 1, Zanzibar from K9QCA, 73s, my friend. QRZ, parks on the air. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air, kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air, CQ POTA, parks on the air, kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, calling CQ POTA, QRZ. CQ, calling CQ POTA, kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, calling CQ POTA, QRZ. Kilo Golf 5 again. QSL, thank you so much for the call sign there. KG5GWM, you are 5 and 1. QSL, thank you so much for Oklahoma. I can't believe I said that wrong. Oh man, yeah, that's great. I caught myself saying that city wrong. I'm gonna go back on my live feed here on my YouTube channel, and I'm gonna laugh at that later on. Thank you so much, Kilo Golf 5, Golf Whiskey Mike from K9QCA 73s. 73s, QRZ. Kilo 5 again. Copy. Kilo 5, Charlie Oscar Lima, you are 5 and 5. Copy that. Did you say you're in Iowa? What town are you located in Iowa? I'm just kind of curious because the park that I'm at right now, I'm just north of Davenport, Iowa. Over. Oh, okay, QSL. I'm not exactly too sure where that is. Is that by chance over by Des Moines? Is that by chance? Is that anywhere near Des Moines, Iowa? Okay, Roger that. Yeah, you're most definitely working the trip here. Thank you so much for the state of Iowa. Well, both of us being in Iowa. So 73s, my friend. QRZ. CQ POTA, calling CQ POTA, parks on the air, CQ POTA, parks on the air. Kilowatt number 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, QRZ. Kilo Delta 8 again, please. QSL, thank you so much for the 55. I do have you as 55 as well into the park. Park number US-9349, over. 73, thank you so much. We do have you logged down here on our log sheet, and we'll say 73s and have a great rest of your day. And thank you for hunting me on POTA. QRZ. Whiskey 9 again. QSL, Whiskey 9, Alpha Victor Mike. You are 5 and 7, 5-7 at the park, over. QSL, thank you so much for the neighbor state with me being here in Davenport, Iowa. I go into Wisconsin every single night. I'm a truck driver, and one of my routes is up in Janesville, Wisconsin, and sometimes I run up to Oshkosh. They're over. Okay, QSL. Yep, I know exactly where that is. I've been up there many, many times. All right, my friend. W9 AVM from state of Wisconsin, 73s, and thank you for hunting. This is Kilowatt 9, Quebec, Charlie Alpha, K9QCA. Going to go QRT, and frequency is going to be back to its normal operating use. Oh, man. All right, well, my activation is done, and I worked a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22 contacts, and that's between 10 meters, 20 meters, and no luck on 6 meters. We didn't get any contacts on 6 meters, so it's 10 and 20 today. Not too bad, not too bad. Um, Normally, I don't do paper logs like this. I'm always logging on a computer or a tablet, though, but I came straight here after work, and I figured, well, I'm going to go live on YouTube and see how many viewers I can get, make some new friends. So best I can do is write stuff down, so I'll have to go home and upload these on POTA when I get home. So anyway, I said I was going to show you guys a little tour of the area here. So let me grab my phone, and I'm going to switch you guys over to front-facing camera. So, oh my God, it's cold, and this wind sucks. Oh my God, I got to get out. Oh man, I've been sitting down too long. Oh man, I sit down too long. I had to stretch. All right. All right. Well, hopefully you guys can hear me. All right, guys. This is going to be toward the end of my video feed here for my YouTube Live, and I'm hoping you guys can hear me on my headset with it being really windy outside. So, anyway, guys, this is the park activation. And as you guys are watching, today's experiment was trying to work as many contacts as I could on the brand new high Seirra antenna that I got from a silent key out of Butler, Pennsylvania. Anyway, guys, this is park number US-9349, 9349, just north of Davenport, Iowa. We have 4 man-made lakes here. This area that I'm currently sitting at right now, this is probably one of the, I'm going to say this is probably one of the best areas that I can work stations in DX. That's only because I get pretty good cell phone service out here. If I'm over this way out toward the northwest over there, I don't get very good cell phone reception out there. So the last time I tried doing YouTube Live or anything like that, the video turned out really crappy. So most of my activations are over this big parking lot right here. Over in this area up here toward the south, there's a couple of farmhouses out there. This is all public hunting land. Pretty good fishing out here, pretty good fishing. So, yeah, I really enjoy it. Out further that way, out toward the east, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but right here, if you can see my finger pointing, there's actually a little path right there that actually takes you out to the next parking lot. I tried going out there last year, but they had it closed down. because they were doing construction. I was actually with a buddy of mine, Patrick, November Uniform 9 Delta. He was with me that day, and they actually had it shut down. So anyway, guys, if you want to see the, I don't know if my camera can pick it up or not. Let me see. I don't think my camera's going to pick it up or not, though. But this is actually part of Eldridge, Iowa, actually. So anyway, here's the mobile that we're using, 2024 Explorer. And then I'm going to show you guys the radio setup here. I'm going to show you guys inside of the vehicle. Don't mind the mess because I'm still in the process of trying to clean. So I'm actually going to go on the passenger side too. So anyway, this is what we're using. We are using two controllers. One is the Tunematic for the Tar Heel screwdrivers. That's on the top. The radio is the FT891. FT891. Sorry, guys. And then the bottom is the controller for the high Seirra antenna that I recently just picked up from a Silent Key. And to be honest, guys, I'm pretty amazed for the the performance that the high Seirra does compared to the Tar Heel. And I'm not sure how many guys like the Tar Heels though, but so far I'm liking the high Seirra. This is my FT3D with the custom-made battery pack on the back. Battery is made by a ham operator out of Colorado, W0AEZ. W0AEZ. He's out of Colorado. He makes those batteries for the FT3Ds because the batteries. Hi, I see myself. The batteries on the batteries on the FT3Ds are a piece of crap. If you buy them from the factory battery. Wait, I was going to show you guys the passenger side. I forgot about that. Okay, so this is I still have to do a little bit of tidying up in here. Anyway, I've got a distribution box set up here on the passenger side, which is powering my radio and my control boxes, and then my radio is not powered off of this distribution box. The radio has its own separate power back in the hatchback area. So anyway, and then I was going to show you guys the high Seirra that I got. I had to do a little bit of jerry rigging on the high Seirra. So anyway, this is the high Seirra antenna. This is I really like this one. It's got a little wear and tear on it from the previous owner. I'm not sure exactly where he had it mounted at. If he lived out in the country, I don't know, because as you can tell, this antenna has seen its days. It sure has. I actually had to fix it when I got it in the mail. The guy shipped it out to me in separate pieces, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So when I got it in the mail, right here, right in here, and right here, the high Seirra was cracked. And when it was cracked, all the way down in here, I took some super glue and I super glued it. And then a buddy of mine from work, God damn these stupid ass fucking call people. I got a damn phone call and interrupted my damn live. Stupid bastards. I hate scam calls. Anyway, sorry guys. As I was saying, I had to fix this. I took some silicone and I put some silicone in there and to fix it up. Oh man, that feels pretty good too. That's nice and hard. Yeah, it turned out really good, man. So anyway, guys, it's cold out here, and I'm gonna say 73s, 250 pounds of Yazu here in the Midwest. Just got done doing a POTA activation here at the park, US-9349, doing the testing activation for the new high Seirra on the back of my SUV. 73s, guys. Catch me maybe this weekend when I'm out here doing a POTA. Bye-bye.